What is up, everyone? As you can see, Hasbro was nice enough to send us some more Marvel Legends. So what am I going to do? I'm going to review them for you guys. As you can see, to my left, we have the Spider-Man Kingpin wave, and to my right, we have the Captain Marvel Kree Sentry wave. So as you guys know, I love Spider-Man, so we're going to start with these over here first. First up, we got the Spider-Man Build-A-Figure Kingpin wave with Kingpin front and center. And I gotta say, this is easily one of my favorite Build-A-Figures Marvel Legends has ever done. And that's because he just looks awesome. I love the white suit. It's painted very well. He's got that purple tie right there, his cane, and he comes with a second head, which is awesome. So you got a serious face and then his pissed off face. All in all, if you're a Spider-Man fan or a Daredevil fan, you're gonna need this figure in your collection. But let's move him aside and talk about some of the other figures individually right here. Next up, we have Puma. This is pretty cool. I've been wanting a figure of this guy for a while. He's not that known of a Spider-Man villain, but it's really cool to have him in an action figure form. As far as articulation, he's gonna have all the same articulation that these guys over here are gonna have, minus the 6-armed Spider-Man. That means he's got your double jointed knees, you got your double jointed elbows, he's got your ab crunch, he's got your ankle rockers, and all that standard articulation that Marvel Legends gives us. All in all, I'm very excited to add him to my Spider-Man collection. Speaking of Spider-Man villains, we have Red Goblin over here, which looks really cool and like the comics, but I do have a gripe. He doesn't come with his glider. And I feel like all Goblin figures should come with a glider. So that's kind of a letdown for me, but he does come with the same articulation as pretty much every other male Marvel Legend action figure. His tail over here is nicely done. I do wish it had a bendy wire in it so it was more posable, but you know, it does help him stand so you don't have to worry about that. And he comes with a little pumpkin bomb over here, so that's pretty cool. Moving on, we have Symbiote Suit Spider-Man. Really, really cool. This is obviously the newer rendition of the Symbiote Spider-Man suit for Peter Parker. He also comes with alternate hands, which is really good. It's always fun when they come with extra hands because you can do a lot more with that, especially if you're one of those action figure collectors that likes to do photography. I know I dabble in it. I'm not really good at it, but it's still fun to have options and different accessories for your figures. Keeping the talk on Spider-Man himself, we have 6-armed Spider-Man right here. Now, I've wanted this figure for a very, very long time, but I gotta be honest, it's kind of a letdown for me as he doesn't have nearly the articulation I would want or the paint apps I would want. Like, none of the web lines are painted in, which is kind of a disappointment, and he has no ab crunch or waist articulation. It's just a solid chunk of plastic right here. I will say, though, the arms are really, really cool. Those are articulated great, just like any other arm you would have on a Marvel Legend figure. Same thing with the legs. It's just the paint apps for the web lines and then the torso here is what's really killing me. But nonetheless, I do need a 6-armed Spider-Man for my collection, so he will be sitting there nice and pretty. But hopefully they can update him later on with better articulation. So next up, we're gonna stay to the left over here and talk about Thrasher. This is probably the best figure in the line minus Kingpin. Kingpin is probably my favorite figure in the line because he's just awesome. But this guy is next up. He is really, really dope. He even comes with his iconic skateboard here that you could clip on his back. And yes, it actually rolls, which is really, really cool. Then his billy clubs here also clip on to his back. So you could put a skateboard there like so. You could put the billy clubs right there. And I just really love the outfit. I'm such a sucker for the black and red color scheme, and this guy looks awesome. He almost kind of looks like a Mortal Kombat character, which I like. And I've said it before, I love how Hasbro in the Marvel Legends line does deep dives into Marvel history, because who would have thought we would have got an action figure of this guy? I'm just really happy we finally have one. And putting this over here, let's talk about some females that are in the Spider-Man universe, like Black Cat over here. This is a more modern look. I like the classic look better, but they already made that action figure, so it's cool that they're giving us different versions of the character. So it's cool to have her classic look, which we all love and know, and then this more modern take. And I'm a big Black Cat fan, so of course, any Black Cat figure they make, I'm gonna have to get because you have to have her next to Spider-Man. As for her articulation, it's the same as all the female figures from Marvel Legends. She's got the double jointed knees, she's got the ankle rockers, and the single jointed elbows. And then she does come with one accessory, which is her whip right here. And I gotta say, the face sculpt on her looks great. The hair sculpting and everything. The sculpt for all these figures are actually fantastic. I should have said that earlier. It's just amazing to me that, you know, they have to have someone there that's actually sculpting these things out of clay and make molds for them. So cool. And then the last figure we have in this wave to talk about is Silver Sable. Really, really cool. Again, much like Black Cat, same articulation and stuff. I'm just happy to be having this character in my collection because I'm building out my Spider-Verse and all that stuff and all the Spider-Man villains. So anytime a Spider-Man wave comes out, you know I'm gonna have to get it. So I'm just excited to have this entire wave, and she's one of the ones I wanted most in the wave because who doesn't like Silver Sable? As far as her accessories, she comes with 2 guns, both of which I already have in her hands. So yeah, but there you have it, guys. That is the Spider-Man Kingpin Build-A-Figure wave. Now let's move on to Captain Marvel. And now we have the Captain Marvel Kree Sentry wave, because the Build-A-Figure for this wave is the Kree Sentry. And I gotta say, he's really, really cool. I'm not the biggest fan of him in the comics, but I do like him in the Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon. So it kind of gives me that nostalgia from like the mid to early 2000s from that cartoon series, and I'm digging it. He's really, really cool. He's got double jointed knees right there. He does have an ankle rocker, but it's not very much due to his sculpt. He's got single jointed elbows, he's got ab crunch right here, and a 360 rotation right there. All in all, he's got your standard articulation for a Build-A-Figure, and he looks really cool. I mean, who doesn't like the classic robot look? So if you want to build this guy, you're gonna have to get all the figures in this wave to build him, as each of them come with a part to make this guy. I want to put him to the side and then start with Talos right here. He just looks really cool. Looks just like he did in the movie. His articulation, again, I keep saying it, it's the standard articulation for male figures for Marvel Legends. Although, due to his outfit right here, which he wears in the movie, it kind of hinders, or does hinder a lot, his ab articulation. So you're not going to get much movement or rotation there, but his arms and his legs, you're going to get all the same stuff. But if you're a fan of the movie, I'm assuming you're going to want to get this guy because he looks just like he did in the film. So let's move him to the side and continue with Captain Marvel herself. Carol Danvers right here. This is going to be your standard Captain Marvel figure, just her in the basic Captain Marvel uniform. She comes with an alternate unmasked head right here, which is pretty cool, and it looks just like Brie Larson, at least I think so. And she also comes with interchangeable hands. They are open hands right here. As for her articulation, again, it's pretty much the standard you have for the female figures. You got the double jointed knees, single jointed elbows, all that good stuff. But this isn't the only Captain Marvel figure we get in the wave. We also have this one, an unmasked version of her holding Goose, with her flight jacket. She has the same articulation as the other Captain Marvel figure, but I will say I like this one more. And I didn't even change it taken out of the package. This is how it comes straight out of the box. I just like the pose, so I was like, I'm gonna leave it like that. Now moving along, we have Nick Fury, AKA Sam Jackson. Now who wouldn't want a Sam Jackson action figure? I know I definitely do, and he's gonna probably be right in front of my computer. Because yes, Nick Fury is awesome, but Sam Jackson is even better than Nick Fury. I mean, just think of all like the movies you can reenact with a single figure alone. He's been in like every movie ever. And he also comes with a locked up Goose the Cat, which is also pretty hilarious. And of course, as you can see, he comes with a pistol. But besides that, again, what do I have to say? It's Sam Jackson in action figure form. Get it. And moving along, we have Young Rog over here. He's actually pretty cool. I gotta be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of the character in the movie, but if you were, I'm assuming you're gonna like this figure, and he comes with a gun over here, so you have him in action figure form. And as far as his articulation, you guessed it, it's the same as pretty much all the other male figures. And then we got some comic-based figures in the line as well, like Gray Gargoyle over here. I say it all the time, I've probably said it during this review already, but I love how Marvel Legends goes deep into Marvel history and gives us characters like this. Who would have thought we ever would have got a Gray Gargoyle action figure? It's just really, really cool. And I love the cape design they put on him. He actually looks like a gargoyle with that concrete paint effect they have going on. Super, super cool. And then lastly, but not least, we have Genus Vell over here, which if you like the Kree or any of the cosmic characters in the Marvel Universe, this is a figure you're definitely going to want to get. And he kind of has a translucent effect to him, where if you put him to the light, you can kind of see through him, which is really cool considering that's kind of how he looks in the comic books. He comes with his Kree pistol right here and a holster you could put it in as well. All in all, it's just a really good looking figure. And again, if you like the Kree, if you're into like all the cosmic aspect of the Marvel Universe, pick this guy up. But there you have it, guys. That is our look at the Spider-Man wave and the Captain Marvel wave. And I do want to say thank you again one more time to Hasbro for sending all these awesome figures out for us to take a look and show you guys. Also, if you guys are wondering where you could pick these lovely figures up, you're going to be able to find them at all your basic stores like your Walmarts, your Targets, and even Amazon online. They retail for $20 to $25 each depending where you get them. And I think that's a pretty good deal considering all the stuff you get. We're also going to throw a couple links in the description so you could find them online. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time when I talk about all things comics.